how sensitive training tries to imbibe that interpersonal competence. Performance problems are rarely caused by simply by lack of training. This is a question on training. Let's ask. You can see how they ask question in paper 1. So administrative training focuses more on improving efficiency than on transforming attitudes and behavior of civil servants. What type of training will you suggest to fill this gap? Elaborate. How will answer this first part like this? It is simple, straightforward. No, you write about training, then write the methods, write traditional methods. Say that how training was largely classical approach based. Kiran Agrawal committee talks also license Raja, inspector as type training. This, so that is what you have to write the first part, isn't it? Then let's say transforming it. So even if we have, let's say, contemporary or modern methods, but training is still is dominated by those 3 traditional methods: lecture method, case study, syndicate method. This, that you have to write. And then again you means further add that how even if human relation theory, behavioral theory, so even in the field of organization theory, there was emergence of human relation behavioral era. Still, organizations dominate. Like say in India, you'll find that lecture method dominates rather than other methods. This, to bring change in attitude and behavior, there are modern methods or contemporary, whatever you refer like sensitive training, management games, role playing, mentoring, and what you can say nowadays mission karmi yogi that we have. And then you try to talk about method. Let's say it says that which training method, first type of training. So it is saying type of training, it is not saying method of training. So you can say any type of training. Let's say it can be any type of training. It can be in service training. We should have methods like sensitive training, mission karmi yogi, I got, and you elaborate anyone or any type that should give emphasis on attitude and behavior. How to inculcate, let's say, cooperative attitude, professional skill, competitiveness, responsibility, inculcation of moral aspects in behavior. That is how we mean by attitude and behavior. So that you should write, and then talk sensitive training, how sensitive training tries to imbibe that interpersonal competence that we talked that time. You have to write some behavioral attitudinal related type of thing in this, and that is how it can be elaborated, which is how it is demanded. Or you can talk also mission karmi yogi like this. So that was similar question they have asked in past also like this. And then there is one more question. This, ये समझ जाओ तो समझ में आएगा कि समझ गए. If you are able to understand this question, so we'll say that you understand. Although we have to yet teach other topics, performance problems are rarely caused simply by lack of training. This is part first. This is first part. And rarely can performance be improved by training alone. This is second part. And then critically analyze the third part. This means critically analyze, so this is how. एक तो question difficult है, उसमें command भी difficult. What is the meaning of the question? I think you are able to understand. What is the meaning?
Training O level cannot
Training alone will not be read. But first part, let's say, training performance problems are rarely caused by simply by lack of training. Is it correct? No, we are asking, is it correct? Not completely. Why not completely correct? Yes. Yes. No, देखो question is saying performance problems are rarely caused simply by lack of training. ऐसा कोई word नहीं है जो आपको समझ में नहीं आता हो. Simple sentence है. No. So whether performance problems are not caused by training, lack of training, means whether there is no link between training and performance. No, that's not the point. Point is whether there is no link between training and performance. There is. How strong link is? How strong link is?
It is a strong link, but there are multiple other factors.
Yes, that is how you have to address. Right. You cannot take unilateral one stand. You have to tell that yes, performance, lack of performance can be caused by many factors. Right. It can be related to all personal processes. Right. Nature of classification, recruitment, training, performance appraisal, other external factors also, ecological factors. Right. There can be organizational factor also and ecological factor also. This way. The training can be one such causative factor. ये लिखना है. Yes. Training is one such causative factor. Saying कि rarely will be something extreme. If it does not have link with performance, तो ये इतना सारा क्यों पढ़ा रहे हैं? This, why there is training? Why there are so many methods? Why you have so much of emphasis? Capacity building commission. Why it is? It does play a role. This is what you have to write. Yes. So you have to take a view, take a stand on that. Yes. Then it say rarely performance can be improved by training. तो पहला वाला समझ में आ गया तो this is how we find this. Now training alone cannot improve performance. This you can give examples as you have told that training लिया उन्होंने और posting कहीं और हो गया. Right. So training alone cannot, because suppose you go in organization, the organization should have also other factors. A relationship between morale and productivity, what do you know that? High morale, low productivity. Yes, even if skill is high, but resources lack, interference is there, frequent transfer happens, और भी चीजें जान जाओगे तो when we will teach other personal processes. So training may not alone be able to improve performance. राइट ये सब जो हो गया, बट फिर भी लिखना क्या है इसमें? ये तो हो गया, मान लो समझ में आ गया. लिखना क्या है? लिखना ट्रेनिंग के बारे में. राइट. तो ये सारे लिखने के बाद फिर लिखना है कि इवन इफ लेट्स से कि ट्रेनिंग मे नॉट अलोन बी इज सफिशिएंट, स्टिल ट्रेनिंग इज इम्पॉर्टेंट. दैट्स व्हाई ट्रेनिंग हैज बीन गिवन लॉट्स ऑफ सिग्निफिकेंस. And there is a system of training, methods of training, this, and then how training has evolved, it has played a role, and how in training there is reform also, like now we give more emphasis on attitude and behavior, sensitive training, mission Karmi Yogi, capacity building commission in India. This, however, other personal processes should also be equally given focus and attention. Means we need to improve also performance appraisal, posting, promotion also, that aspect. Plus we need to also improve external environment. The ecology of administration says that administration can be efficient once, let's say, It depends on its ecology. So you have to write basically on training, but you have to give a view on that. So it is basically they have a habit of framing questions of open-ended. Open-ended means you do not know that what exactly we have to write, even if the view is clear, you know what is the view on this. That way. And that is how they ask questions in paper 1. This. And once they ask, although it has been clubbed, this is called training is paid holiday. This, I don't know whether it was asked in paper 1, but it is clubbed here. Training is considered paid holidays. So you know it, that is how questions. So it is quite doable. There are topics, if you prepare properly, so you will be able to attempt 100%. This only challenge will remain in terms of understanding and writing. How better you write.